Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to talk about
how to get your debt down.
For those of you who started your journey on, I guess, try to achieve FIRE or to get out of debt, there's bound to be certain key factors they're bound to be an obstacle along the way.
Yep.
I remember going through that personally because I came to that.
Yep.
About 6+ years ago. Yeah. And I still remember how hard it is. And I thought by working more shifts that will help.
Yeah.
I thought by going, have second, third jobs that will help, or longer in whatever job that I had.
But eventually it's just draining you mentally, physically.
You cannot work 7 days a week.
No, and there's just so much you can work. And the thing I'll say, it was we were not working for our business, you were working for someone else, which made it worse because you're just making someone more profitable. For you, you just exchanging your hour.
It capped at it because my income was, let's say you get paid $50 an hour, so that meant it capped at the $50
and
per hour.
And you only can make what, 10, you maximum 10 hours a day.
Well, yeah, maybe some people push it at 12, 13 hours.
But it's not healthy.
At a certain point, you're going to break down. And I went through that stage. And then at a certain area, a certain time of your life, you're bound to want to sit down, and I just, said, what, we got to change this.
Yeah. So
that happened to me about 6 years ago. So I remember sitting down in the middle of the night by myself, try and work out what happened. Why am I working 7 days a week? Why am I, never seen my kids?
Yep.
Why can't I go out in the restaurant? That was my thing.
Well, for us, it wasn't really for the debt. We didn't have any personal debt or car loan or what other credit card debt. No, we didn't. It was just too high leverage on properties. We had 4 at that time. And I think most of them, like 3 or even 4 of them, they're negatively geared.
All of them.
Yeah, down to 1 income or negatively geared. How can you survive? You can't even eat.
Can't even eat.
Yeah, we were eating our savings.
That's about it.
We were very, very frugal.
Yep.
Well, thank God that we're still keeping that habit, being frugal.
I think the frugalness never disappeared.
Yeah.
Even though we changed our, portfolio. Our income grew, however, our expenditure is the same.
Well, still, I think we did spend a bit more on food, but food in terms of
consumption, at home consumption.
Yes, we're still eating at home. We don't like to go out. Not that we can't afford it. It's just we like to eat at home. I like to eat at home.
You like to cook.
I'm okay. If you give me time, you look after the kids, I'm okay.
I like to eat. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
So, well.
But that can break you.
Yeah. So some people, look at buying a property, leveraging it with a mortgage, let's say. They think, people always say, use other people's money. Or what is it?
Withdraw the equity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leverage your debt as much as possible to get another property. It's tax deductible. It's okay. All of this myth, in reality, it hurt us. It hurt me physically, financially, in a sense. Yeah. Because I never see my kids. Because I have to work.
I'll say that strategy, it works, but it's not for everyone, and it's not for family. Or I will say it's perfect for high income earner. Don't have kids.
Yeah.
Right. That's perfect. Go for it.
And if you're looking at to stay in
your job forever.
Forever. Yeah.
Till you pay off the mortgage, or if you're not, I don't know, hold as long as you can. But not for us.
So in this video, we're gonna tell you how to get your debt down. Let's say, coming from our own personal experience.
Yes. The first, write down all your debt, repayment, and interest rate to give yourself a clear picture of what kind of hole are you into.
Because I didn't understand it until I actually sat down and go through all of the paperwork. I have to get out all my files, all of the repayments, all the credit cards if there is any.
It was scary though, because if we were just paying minimum repayment, like in all the mortgages.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a small number. I
Yeah.
think it's still like what, $3,000 a week?
Something
I don't
like
know,
that.
2-3
I don't know
grand
what it
a
was.
week.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it was literally money comes in, money goes out.
Yeah.
And we cannot afford to fall over.
Yeah.
So that was the
right.
hardest thing. The hardest thing is like, oh my God, if there's a new bill, like unforeseen bill comes in,
Yeah.
that was kind of scary.
Correct.
That wasn't fun at all.
Yeah.
But writing it down, it helps a lot, make it
Have
clarity.
a clear picture, see how much you have to allocate or save or budget extra for that week or month for you to pay off your debt. If you're having credit card, that if you've been paying minimum repayment, try to increase it more than that. Just pay as much as you can.
While you're getting out of debt, the next point would be avoid the temptation to adding more debt or shifting money from loan to loan. I mean, right now it's at the time this is being recorded, it's Father's Day. There's a lot of temptation out there before Father's Day or any special event, Christmas, birthday. There's a temptation that you have to buy a present.
I know, huh? Well, I don't know. We were just talking about lucky we're not gift person.
Yeah.
And we agree on certain of things being frugal or being tight.
Yeah.
Not spending that, I don't know, not that we don't like to spend money, but we see something that is not value for me to spend my money on.
The way I see present is this, right? So if you have a present, let's say worth $500, okay, as an example. So, and for you to earn that $500, you have to work for, let's say,
10 hours.
10 hours, let's say. Okay, so 10 hours. Let's say one day you earn $500 as an example.
Yeah.
So that means, like 10-hour shift, let's say, yeah? So that means you're going to give up one day just to get this present.
Do you really, really need it? Or is just a want?
Exactly. While you are in a debt snowball trying to get out of a debt,
Yeah.
it's probably better off just hold that off and just focus on paying off that
Correct. Especially you're in debt. You shouldn't be buying anything that you want. You just need necessity.
Yeah, it's a need. Do we need this?
Yeah, and then you will get into a habit for not buying stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, when we look at our eBay business, I'm like, oh my God, people buy this.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, they
I mean,
need
it's good for the customer. Like, it's good,
good for
like,
the business.
It's good for the business for us. It's because, like, okay, then so you see the value of this, so you're buying this from us. We don't see the value on it.
No,
I'm like,
maybe
okay, you don't want to take the
need
money.
it. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Aim to clear one debt at a time and focusing first on the high interest debt to pay them off. For example, the credit card. Normally, credit card has the highest interest rate.
Yep. Credit card and then personal loan.
Yeah.
And then maybe car loan.
Yeah.
And then I think the last one will be the mortgage.
Yeah.
Which is where we are at the moment.
Yeah.
So, we tackle every single one of those before, the next one will be paying off all of the mortgages.
Correct.
So,
the reason behind paying for the high interest because for 5,000 debt, let's say 5,000 if they charge you 20% a year, so that's 1,000 interest only a year. But let's say if you have the same one, $5,000, but the interest is 5%, so that is 525. Anyway, half of it, okay? $500 interest. So that will be a lot cheaper.
So paying interest, it will lock you up to become free. Earning interest, it is the best thing on earth.
Yeah.
So,
the bank.
Earning, great.
Yeah.
Paying, no. We try to avoid them as much as possible.
Yeah.
Aside from a mortgage.
Yeah.
So, the next thing would be consider consolidating your debt into a personal loan or in one lump sum, or a mortgage, but understand the risk.
Yeah.
For example,
I did once balance transfer.
there you go.
I think it was 6 months. Not that I didn't have the money, I just didn't want to pay that big chunk of money. It was $7,000. And I opened a new credit card, give me new balance transfer. Within that 6 months, I just pay it and I earn points.
You get
That's
the
how I
points,
maximize
but
it.
you didn't want to pay, even though you need it. You need to pay for it.
Yeah.
But was it worth it?
Yeah, that's all right. I can't remember what did I use it on. Of course, tickets. I
Okay.
traveled quite a lot when I was younger.
Yeah. For me,
but the thing is, if I can do it again, I wouldn't, because I can pay for it. Why?
just
Why?
pay it off. The headache.
Why do I bother?
Yeah.
Now we try to open
A credit
card. Nah, we can't.
The amount of obstacle just to get the credit card is like, you got to supply this, you got to supply that. No, this is too much. Forget it. I'm just going to use debit card from here on.
Yeah.
So, I did use balance transfer when I was young, literally just to avoid paying interest. And I was, I guess, on a paycheck, so it was easy to get the credit card, let's say.
Yeah.
Because I had a payslip.
Yeah. Okay.
And that helps me because I knew I can freeze the interest, let's say, for 12 months or 6 months or whatever term it is that they're giving you. That helps me to, I guess, attack the debt without adding additional interest or adding an additional amount on top. So you can get rid of it. That's one way to get out of debt.
But the problem is you have to be disciplined. Make sure you can pay it off within that period.
Yeah.
Because the fine print is, if you can't pay for that, the interest rate is going to be 20% again.
Exactly. So as soon as I paid that, it was in nil balance, and they don't pay you. I think they don't charge me the yearly fee or something. But I hold that card for an extra a year or so
for emergency.
For an emergency, and I'm like, why? So I remember calling the bank to to shut it off. To shut it down, and even the person on the other side, he goes, "Are you sure you want to do this? You can keep this. There's no, I guess, yearly fees. You can keep this as an emergency." And I'm like, "No, that is something wrong in that aspect of it.
Yeah.
No, emergency fund is for an emergency, not a credit card is an emergency. That's the belief system that we had to change."
Correct.
So.
And the last one is talk to your lender to see if they can help you defer your payment or merge all your loans together or seek help. I know there's a credit or debt line in Australia that people can call that will help you out if you really cannot find your way to do so.
Trust me, I actually did that as well. At a certain point, I did request to the lender, to the credit lender, and go, "Hey, I'm in
hardship.
A little bit of a hardship in here. Can you please, I don't know, maybe freeze it or hold it off for, I just need a month until I get a job," for an example. And they some of them really understanding. Well, in my case anyway, they do understand. I'm like, okay, great. So I don't have to pay anything for about a month.
Yep.
As soon as I got a job and I keep my promise, what I say to them is like, hey, as soon as I get it, hopefully in a month, then repayments start again.
Of course they will help you. Because if you become a bad debt, they got nothing.
Exactly. So and
it is in the interest as well to help you.
And the thing is, I look at it as karma. You don't want this to bite you later on in life. And that was the reason why I want to clear out every single debt there is. That's how we got up to now. And from then on, get away from debt as much as you can.
Yeah, just don't go back there.
Yeah, now we're up to the lifestyle of we're just using debit card. If it's not a debit card, nope, can't afford it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So if I can't pay it right now, can't afford it.
Yeah.
Like in our eBay business, I'm like, well, if don't have any money, then can't afford it. It's simple as that. I don't have money, I'm not going to pay. So hopefully this gives you guys an understanding and help you in any way possible on how to get your debt down.
Exactly. Thank you, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.